But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. The one and only Devin. Whose business are you digging in today, man?
Eggs and ass. They both went up this year. You didn't know that?
Listen, Mama, here's your boy, and he got something to say.
I always believe firmly, on paper, I am a white man.
Brother Kenny, Mr. Pound Town himself. Sir,
I'm unbothered. I'm getting ready to go walk my fish again and fly my cat. That cat in this whole 4 years. That's all I'm gonna do.
Listen, y'all.
We apologize.
I really try to control my show as much as I can, but when y'all get started, oh my God.
It's TFG tonight. With Brenton Haynes, Kenny the sports guy, Mr. Lee Black, and the lady of the hour, Miss Devin Devine.
What is good, everybody? The OGs is here. Kenny's in that comment. All right.
Yeah, greeting our guests. Gotta greet.
Yeah.
Well, they ain't our guests. They the family. Hold on.
No. Yeah, for sure. And Lee couldn't get in this week, so he gonna do.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in now.
You're now okay. All right, good. All right, good. Well, y'all, everybody doing all right?
Good.
Yes, sir. That's
Friday. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Well, listen, y'all. We're gonna get into this thing really good. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, if we say something you like, by all means, feel free to send something to the Cash App. I promise y'all, I'll get Kenny his. He's just gonna have to pay a fee. That's not it. So, but let's keep up with politics. Y'all know how we do. We round robin because it's just too much to talk about in this moment. Sister, I'm gonna start with you today. So, you know, the Attorney General Pam Bondi, you know, she used to be the Attorney General. She ain't that no more. All of a sudden, she got cancer. I said, "Now wait a minute, y'all. You didn't have cancer. You know, just call me. I just ain't in the mood for the all the sympathy. I don't know. My heart is getting a little bit more rigid. Like I don't know if that's real. I say I don't know if it's real. I don't. Okay, just speak on it before I put my foot in my mouth.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I would like to think, though, that a person would play with something that's serious, because I truly believe in karma. If you want to, play with that type of serious diagnosis. So it's gonna sound bad. I hope she really has it, but it did seem pretty
convenient.
It was very convenient.
Yeah, like that thing don't sneak up on you like that, and you know, I don't know, but yeah, okay. Well, again, you still have to come in there and answer them questions today. So, honey, so that's what
right.
That's what.
Now, who's supposed to have cancer?
Pam Bondi, you know, the girl who
fuck that bitch.
Oh,
wow. Wait a minute. We ain't even 3 minutes into the show.
Oh yeah, he feeling good. He got company tomorrow, so he feeling real good. Well, then speaking of Lee Black, I'll let you have this with Lee Black. Your president wants to put his face on a $250 bill. Now I don't even understand why we need a $250 bill. Nobody gonna use it, but at the same time, he's Nebuchadnezzar for me. I mean. This boy's yeah. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You nailed it. This is the ultimate narcissistic move. I call him Brother Brenton Nimrod. It's the Nimrod syndrome, you know. And you also highlighted the fact that it's a good old boys network.
Yeah.
Under his administration, his net worth has increased 3 times, and this is just a good old boys. The average folk can't afford that, you know. So the super rich. And the idea that he plastered his face on everything else. My only hope for this, I'm not surprised by any stretch of the imagination. It's all he's ever been. Whoever come in after him, if they have the Democratic, I just hope some of this foolishness they day one undo.
Yeah, please. I really do, because that's a lot to do, and you would think people won't take the time. Man, listen, whoever the president, take your first year and get rid of all that joker's foolishness.
But let's be honest though. The Democrats don't roll like that though.
I know.
Do we really think the Democrats don't have the nuts to do? You know.
I hope
what they do.
That's the problem, Kenny.
That's the big problem.
Yeah. All right, Kenny. Since you ready to talk about him, he said before he leave office, all his employees gonna have to sign NDAs. I ain't never heard that before. I said, for y'all get up out of here, before you go, everybody's line up and everybody, you got to sign these. That's Trump 101 right there, baby.
That's one of his courses from Trump University.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't think I just started laughing like when you said that. I was like, okay, I'm not surprised. I'm sure he was going to have them sign NDAs and other stuff too. So you know, he's feeling this. He's pissed off. He also, I don't know if y'all saw that a judge blocked him renaming the Kennedy Center after himself. But so he's pissed. He's pissed about that. I just saw that about 30 minutes ago. So again, Brother Black said it, man. This clown is the biggest narcissist that I think that's ever created. And if I was an employee of his, I wouldn't want to be an employee of Donald J. Trump, first of all. Sure. But a lot of those guys were already in, you know, they had jobs prior to him taking over. So I guess what can you do? I guess you got to sign it if you want to keep the job.
Absolutely. But you made a good point, my brother, that if the Democrats or an independent take over, literally day one, they could literally declare that unconstitutional and give them a reprieve from being able to help. So yeah, if you work for them, you got to sign. I ain't mad at them. I would be brutally honest. I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and again, who cares? You leaving, so what's the big deal at that point, right? I mean, if you leaving, why listen, you can make a lot of money by just going there and running your mouth because they're gonna pay for it. They're gonna want to hear what you got to say. So all right, we got 2 more years of this, but we'll see what's going on. So all right, y'all, that's the politics that we got for you. Miss Tori said she didn't take an oath, so she wouldn't answer questions.
Hand bonding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, any of y'all have anybody graduate this year?
No, not me.
Nobody? No friend? Okay, good. Well, just know this ain't the graduation we used to. So I want y'all to see what's going on in 2026 when it comes to these graduations. Okay, how about I do that right? Okay. Yeah, y'all take a look at this and tell me what y'all think about graduation now, because it ain't what it used to be, but my goodness.
Graduation ceremonies are suddenly the most exciting ticket in town. That's right. If you're lucky, your graduation ceremony might just turn into a WWE match.
What in the hell?
Listen, and don't get me wrong. Don't think for 1 second that ain't always been the case. Because listen, I done got into a little scuffle because these folk just, everybody holding seats and everybody not holding back no more. So again, like I listen. I told this man, listen, that's a long way down, brother. You better get this where and sit down. So I mean, Kenny, I think that's the new norm now. It's just they're gonna have to figure out these graduations gonna have to figure out stuff.
I mean, what can they do though? I mean, it's not really nothing you can do. It's about the families is going to have to do better in controlling their behavior. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but they all look like us.
No, the white folks.
I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm just saying
primarily
the majority of the time they look like us. And so we don't like to follow instructions. They tell you not to scream and clap. And guess who's going to be doing the biggest screaming and clapping? We do. Being disrespectful. See, well, at least Lady D, at least she's being honest and owning up to it. So, I mean, I don't know what they can do, man. At this day, you just got to have more security, I guess.
Well, whatever. I mean, sister, you've been, anyway, you know how folks get, you know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like their baby is the most important and they feel like they that for themselves. And now, everybody don't want to put up with that foolishness no more.
I think it's just social media, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because if you think about the thousands and thousands of graduations that were happening past month from high school, college, even middle school, kindergarten, if they can only show us 3-4 fights, that's really not that bad. And you know how social media do. They'll show you a fight that happened 3 years ago and act
20
like
years ago. That's it. Yeah.
it was the norm and it happened yesterday. People do fall out because, I mean, I went to my daughter's graduation at a little tiny junior college recently, and we kind of had a discrepancy about seating because, you know, there were a lot of us and babies and all that stuff, but it really wasn't that big a deal. But as far as like yelling and clapping and all of that, child, me and my family are already prepared for we get there to show out. We yell so much we be lightheaded. We got to sit down.
God. My goodness. I try to get way away from y'all.
We don't have the bells and the horns or nothing. No, it's just, it's just yelling. It's just yelling.
Oh my God.
I just be feeling bad for the kids who don't have nobody yelling.
Huh? Yeah, that do be bad, right? Them air horns, they got to go, man. Well, Lee Black. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that. So, Lee Black, I think I got a suggestion. If you want to stop people from fighting, just let them graduate in the ring.
That ain't gonna stop them.
Did y'all see them fools walking across stage in the ring?
I saw that.
Niggas is just like flies, and they're gonna come in even in the rain. It doesn't matter. So look, to me though, this is a microcosm of society, and it is all across all social, economic, racial lines. Unfortunately, when you've taken God out of schools and discipline out of homes, and freedom is not free. And so we see that same behavior playing out on airplanes, buses, cruise lines, ships, and everything else. And so there is a way to stop it, but the genie is out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we live in this soft society now where you can't tell me what to do. I can go anywhere I want to go. And again, it's not just Black people. We unfortunately are the ones that bear the face of this many, many times. And Lady D, you're right. It's not always to the extent of the wild fights and whatnot, but it is us that go above and beyond, making a common graduation more than really what it should be. You see the ratchet, ramped up examples of graduation because unfortunately for some of these young kids, this is the pinnacle of what they will accomplish in the rest of their life. And that's the sad part about it. Is that what we should be normalizing is you graduated, you're supposed to graduate. You have one job to do. Get your funky ass up every day and go to that school and come up out of there. But we've turned it into, oh my God, I've conquered the world. And then they inherit as their inheritance, flat screen TVs, all the comforts in the world. And you don't have to move out till you're 30 years old, you lazy sons of bitches.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
A friend of mine from India one day, because I told her that we had an open platform, you know, because I ask people from different cultures questions all the time because I just be curious and I want to know stuff. So I feel like I can't be that way and you can't ask me questions, right? And so she was like, why do Americans celebrate high school graduation? She's like, she's like, I always found that kind of weird, and that's what you're supposed to do. She was like, that's like the minimal of your life. She says, now when we have high master's level or graduate degree people, then we celebrate those. She said, I always find it odd that y'all celebrate a high school graduation. She was like, and then I saw people celebrate like 8th grade. And I was like, I said, I think it's a low. That's just what it is. I don't know. Compared to them, they was like, because education with a lot of other countries is a really big deal, and they see the high school as like the bare minimum.
Well, I would answer that with I think the history of Black Americans when it comes to education, you have to take it back to slavery because our forefathers weren't allowed to read or get an education. So once we got to a point where we were able to read and get into schools, high school graduation was a big deal for our people because we were denied access to reading and writing and all that. So I can only speak from my logic from that perspective. Do I think it's a bare minimum? Absolutely it is the bare minimum. But I also understand why Black Americans, sometimes because of the history that we weren't allowed to even read. So getting a high school diploma, that was a big deal for our families and our generations before us.
And for me, my brother, I would only accept that if we're talking about our generation. when we start getting for the newer generations,
right,
they
definitely,
frankly just haven't
I agree.
experienced
Yeah,
the
I'm not talking
hardship.
about them.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking
Right.
about
They just haven't.
our parents and their parents. That's who I'm talking about.
So yes, you know.
Well, I protested my son's kindergarten graduation. I didn't go.
And you know, and I put that video in there, Brenton, because I thought about that when them people fighting at their kindergarten graduation. I said,
Say,
Oh,
yeah,
that was a kindergarten graduation?
yeah,
One
the
of 'em-
video
one
I
of the
put
fights-
into the chat, that
one
was
of
at
the
a
fights-
kindergarten. Yeah.
One of the fights were so again. I didn't go, and when he came in, I said, "Get the trash out." I ain't celebrating none of that stuff. So again, I got a long way from my youngest son graduate. I think I'll be 50 when he graduate, but I don't know. Hopefully they're doing everything on Zoom by then, but who knows?
Wow.
You're probably right. They probably will.
But you ain't
Probably
lying.
right.
Yeah. Listen, they can't afford stuff. Listen, that's a hoot. Y'all ever eat at Hooters?
Yes.
Long time
Absolutely.
ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago, Kenny act like he got a membership. You still over there?
No, man, when I was in the DFW, brother, I was going to get
Okay.
me some wings, boy, quite a few times a week.
Yeah, you know they definitely not known for their wings, but I've had them. But now,
Well, a couple of establishments, they were the wings. It wasn't about the waitresses. I can tell you that.
yeah, some of them were definitely malnourished, and
Yeah.
So, but apparently they're changing their brands. They are going from overly sexualized images, revealing uniforms, and now they want to go to family-friendly environment with classic, more modest uniforms. Lee, even if you're gonna call it Hooters, we know what y'all got to change the name. Like when IHOP was trying to be a burger chain again. I don't know. I don't remember their food being that good. You know
It
what I'm
wasn't to
saying?
me either. And now at the time I was living in Memphis at the time. But yeah, I don't see the point of this really to rebrand.
Yeah,
I
just
think
don't
a big
file for
part-
bankruptcy.
You know, and just if you own whoever owns a bunch of those rename
Right.
because again, if that's what you're known for. The problem is though that we're walking around with the technology to look at porn anytime we want to. Seeing breasts or whatever, that's just not it's not what it
Appealing.
used to be. Yes,
Right,
there's no shock value in it, and that's not an appeal of city because we just talked about graduation. You can walk outside your door and see scantily clad women going to the grocery store now.
That's funny that you say that because sister, that do make sense because we have now we no longer that's not like the standard now, right? It used to be, can you look up on the girl's skirt? Now it's just like, no, I want to see everything now because I can just see it. And so so you're right. So it's lost its appeal because now we've taken this thing further. So I mean, what say you, sister?
Let me think on that one.
Okay, Kenny. Well, Kenny, for me, are you going to now take your talents to Hooters, and you're not gonna get the red carpet with the double D's and all that kind of stuff?
I mean, honestly, I'm like Brother Black. I don't think rebranding is a good idea for that establishment. I just think it is what it is.
Just let
And
it go.
me personally, I've been to a couple of Hooters in my lifetime, and to be honest with you, there was not really many in there that I could say like, "Yo, I'm going back because I want to see that one."
Yeah,
I can count on one hand that I'll be like, "Oh yeah, she okay, she cool, she nice."
yeah.
So I'm still gonna go for the wings. I don't care what they call it because I think they got some damn good wings, and it's a sports atmosphere too for me.
That's true. That's true.
I can go have me a beer, eat me some wings, and watch sports.
That's true. So I think they just it's antiquated now. Sister, you done? Or we gonna move?
Yeah, I was gonna my initial thoughts were to be mean, but I don't want to be mean because I've only been once, and some of them didn't have no business in them little outfits. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're right.
And I just think that they are being just outdone by some of the more skimpier like type of restaurants because those are like a thing now, right?
They still have a restaurant? I don't know. What restaurant?
Twin Peaks is their biggest competition.
They got something up this way called Redneck Heaven where they were like swimsuits. They have several restaurants in this area where they look like that and dress like that. And I just think Hooters, they're the most covered up. You know what I'm saying? So I just I just don't think it's as popular. But if you're gonna take away the girls that are looking like that, then it's BJ's or like any other
Right.
place like that, and the aesthetic is not even as pleasing because a true sports bar is going to have like the huge TVs everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Like they would have to like completely like spend more money to rebrand, and they just shut it down and start all over, or make the ladies sign contracts. This is bad. Where you got a weight requirement. That's how it goes. You got to have a weight requirement. You gotta have your makeup done a certain way. You got to look a certain way.
That's right.
Because it's full of like dirty ass old men, other than Ken, and a lot of and the food ain't that bad. And the food ain't good to me. Like I don't see I can go anywhere and get fried pickles.
Yes, well, I'm not even gonna touch that. That's man, you threw it up really bad. So I'm gonna touch that. But I will say that Miss Tori said she was the Magic City.
They're known for their wings.
That's what they are.
Yeah, every time basketball players come, their wings really are good. Now, did you go, Brother Black? Oh, God, yeah, I went many times. Because again, you're not gonna see no ass and tits because I don't tip anyway. So I'm just sitting there. You got ball players literally spending $100,000. Yeah. I don't tip anyway, so I go for the win. And why would I tip you? I'm looking at your hole the same way he's looking at your hole. I'm seeing the same thing. What am I tipping for?
Yeah, I mean, so I agree. Like back in the day, there used to be a place. I ain't gonna call his name, but there was a strip club, but they would have $10 steaks, and there were a lot of business meetings going on over there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because again, y'all are gonna have to take well.
Y'all don't care about like booty flex on y'all food and shit, and like coochie drippings and stuff. Like y'all don't worry about.
I said a long time ago. I didn't say about now.
No, I don't
care
really.
Having a little bit of herpes in your mashed potatoes.
Damn.
I don't know about that one, lady.
My goodness. Well, okay. Yes. Yes. No, we won't be having none of that but dusty nowhere. So, but anyway, well, speaking of bad built bodies, Ray.
Say it ain't so, Ray.
So Ray took a L, y'all, and I didn't even see it at first, but man, if y'all didn't see it, I want y'all to take a look at Ray J. I'm sure this was not one of his wishes. But here it is, y'all.
Walk right into it. Yaka! Oh my gosh! Goodness gracious! Unbelievable! He got back up though. He got up. Look at that knot. How did he get a knot on his head if he got hit in the mouth?
I just wish this boy was doing a movie. I just hate that. What will you not do for money, y'all? I mean, my God. I mean, Kenny, I know this ain't one you writing the stories on, but man, listen, I remember the celebrity matches and all that kind of stuff, but y'all not even celebrities like that no more. And I don't know. What did you think about this fight, man?
Hey,
Nihar, wait. Hey, honey, you doing all right?
What's up, Nihar? How you doing?
It was definitely embarrassing.
It was a corny dude getting knocked out.
I don't even know the other dude. Who is he?
Yeah, I think he's a comedian, possibly. I don't know who the other cat was, but I think this is par for course for Ray J. He's definitely corny, and he got sent night. He got sent to the last episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. He got knocked back into that episode. It's sad though, man, because the thing is, his kid's gonna grow up. That this stuff lives for infamy on the internet.
Yes.
So his baby's gonna be able to pull up and see, well, Daddy, what happened to you right there?
Yes.
How you gonna explain that, baby? I just tried to give me a little money, which he didn't really need. Ray J actually has done well financially, but
sure,
I know he's just corny, man. At the end of the day, so It
Yeah,
is what it is.
that alcohol is a terrible thing, man, especially when
Yeah.
you can't handle it. Sister, I want to know, because again, when you have grandkids and great grandkids and the internet is going to be as accessible as it is, I mean, these kids are going to see him and some white woman getting it on, and now you getting knocked out. I mean, I don't really know what you're going to tell your grandkids about your life.
I was gonna say there's many more embarrassing things on the internet of Ray J than just getting knocked out. I just liked him being knocked out, or not even the knocked out part, because I know he a cornball. But he at one time he was dying from heart failure.
Yes,
Right.
He had 2 days to live, and there's no way a physician would have cleared him to
to
box
fight. That's
if
right.
he fully had an enlarged heart and was on his deathbed. And he took his ass to the hospital because he was embarrassed, because he was going, because he had that big ass unicorn horn on his head. That's why he went there. So he is just a cornball. I actually watched him. My family member made me do it on this show on Zeus. It's like a dating show, and he's just humiliating and embarrassing, and he's like a weird, dirty old man, and he's just I don't know. I wish we just stopped taking him seriously. I put him in the same category as Kanye, where I just try to act like he don't exist.
Man, I don't even know if you get to go with Kanye. Tori said he need rehab. I mean, Lee Black. Now, one thing about me as an adult, you may not know what I can do, but I'm sure they ain't gonna let you figure it out, because now everybody know you gonna have kids in the streets just want to try him. Right, just want to knock him out, just because now all of a sudden, because he used to talk all that.
He talk a lot of noise, yeah.
Yeah, all that, like he was
yeah.
with the gangs and this, that, and nothing. That, no, brother. See, it's better to make people think that you is, and then they don't have to find out. But then when they do, oh man, listen, the streets is coming for Ray J. I'm telling you, everybody gonna be looking to go viral by knocking Ray J out. So, what you think, Lee?
I agree with Superfan Toria.
Yeah.
He needs rehab. After we get past the laughter, this is very sad to me.
Yeah.
Normally, when we see the people who were once famous trying to hold on to fame and being relative, we don't normally see it with Black men. This is very unusual to me. You know, when I look at Jennifer Lopez, I look at Kim Kardashian and some people, and they don't want to grow old. They want to stay in the limelight. It's very unique to see a Black male fighting for relevancy. As Lady D pointed out, he's not broke, folks. He has money.
Yeah,
right.
But this is the product of when you have no other marketable skills, and now you're facing a future where you're no longer relevant. It's like in a professional arena where many people have already lost their jobs and going to be replaced by AI and technology. He's sitting there watching his younger counterparts, these Kai Kanais and people who are famous social media influencers, all the things that he wanted to do, and rather than settling into, here's the sad part about it. If not for the antics, he could easily be a respected figure in R&B. Whatever you want to think about him now, at one point in time, he had a respectable career. He was an actor. He has business products. He did have a hit record at one point. He's completely erased his legacy. And to Toria's point, I think this is a major cry for help. And so he's doing all these things and crashing out in real time in front of our face. And it won't be funny when there's an overdose or one of these antics really put him in a place where he can't recover from. And imagine his sister, famous Brandy, witnessing this. It's embarrassing, and I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, I mean, again, you can have all the money in the world, but when you have had a taste of fame, you know what I'm saying? Like it's intoxicating, and you'll do whatever you can to try to get it back, man. Just ride off in the sunset, dude. Good Lord. Right. She done made herself way far away from him, but yet still, you know, she throwing boys and men under the bus and stuff. Anyway, you know, we used to love these celebrities now we just glad we just ain't we ain't them. So we say Neo, he his baby mamas and kids by those baby mamas and not including his daddy people. Oh, this is you putting more on to. Let me read.
Yeah,
it.
I think more than
Oh,
Floyd. Yeah.
well, Floyd is broke, and his daughter, who had to fight other women, while with her baby daddy. Yeah, they all just. But at least Floyd gonna represent.
I don't know why Floyd broke, because he don't know if it's $1 or $10,000. Y'all leave Floyd alone.
Floyd gonna be the one get one of them damn Donald J. Trump $250 bills.
Yeah, so yeah, he will.
My mama messaging me trying to make me mad, talking about Trump finna put his face on passports. I'm like, lady,
Yeah, he want to do that too. Yeah,
my passport lasts 10 years. I just got it renewed, so it's fine.
That's it. All right, well, Brother Kenny.
Yes,
What you got
sir.
going on for us today, man? It's a lot in them sports, man. The basketball.
The basketball is pretty much, it's kind of quiet tonight. We got
Yeah.
game 7 going down tomorrow night in Oklahoma City, the Spurs and the Thunder. They waiting to see the Knicks, my man up there, Brother Black, home city. The Knicks is gonna have a whole lot of rest. They'll be off 9 days.
One of the boys broke their finger.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
They saying he's gonna play with a cast on it in the finals. I just read, and so that won't tip off. The NBA finals won't tip off to Wednesday. So the Knicks they'll either be going to San Antonio or Oklahoma City. We'll see after that. But we're talking politics and sports. And let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, my fam, politics and sports have always been kind of hand in hand, no matter how you look at it.
Has it?
Politics and sports have always intertwined. From what my earliest memory is Muhammad Ali with Vietnam.
Yep.
That's my earliest memory of politics and sports being in the forefront of the news.
Olympics, them standing on the podium.
The Olympics themselves.
Yeah, but those are moments for me. That's not the norm. Like,
but that's politics and sports, because the greatest said, "I'm not going to Vietnam." And
they questioned Michael Jordan. Why isn't he more involved in political issues and things of that nature?
So politics and sports have always. Colin Kaepernick. I mean, that's the latest that we can talk about.
Yeah,
when politics and sports have crossed the line. Well, now we got teammates that may be not seeing eye to eye. We talking about the New York Giants starting quarterback Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter, their star defensive lineman. Jackson Dart actually was at some event a couple of days ago with President Trump.
Rally.
Presenting or some rally where he presented Trump. And Abdul Carter he didn't think it was real. Matter of fact, I want to make sure I got the quote right. He would post on social media, his teammate, that is Abdul Carter, he would later post that he thought this ish was AI. What we doing, man? His reaction to Jackson Dart. Yeah, Jesse Owen too, Niar. Taking this portrait or being there, introducing Donald Trump. So they had a big team meeting on Tuesday, players only, where they addressed this. But I want to read what actually Abdul Carter said. One of his quotes, he says, "Some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things," Carter said. "Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us, and that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world," end quote. That was his teammate Abdul Carter responding to his quarterback Jackson Dart being aligned with President Trump. So that's the question of the night, fam. What do you guys think about the politics slipping in the sports? And are you cool with Abdul Carter calling out his teammate because of his political relationships? I'll start with you, Lady D.
I'm conflicted. Like, to me, that's almost one of those situations where, let's say I have a coworker who I know has like the opposite type of political belief as me. I'm not going to call them out. I'm just not going to F with them no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't bring, and to me, that's your job, right? So we don't bring politics into our jobs. and that's their job. So to me, if you feel like this dude is a certain type of way, then just stop fooling with him and don't like muddy the game, because I don't know. I'm really conflicted on that, because I see that as being his job. And if you really feel this strongly about him, just don't F with him. Y'all, there's a gnat in here driving me crazy.
You good.
I don't know. I'm conflicted on that one. I don't know. I don't think it should one thing shouldn't have anything to do with another. Just stop talking to him.
Brother Brenton, you just said something, and you can speak on this. You said it's hard to do in football or in a team sport.
Oh, 100.
Elaborate on that. Why would it be hard to do?
Sure, right. So number one, and my position is, although I don't see it as though it's politics and sports are like common, but they are highly consequential because they take on a life of its own, like you mentioned, all the people. But in this moment, when you have people that have to work together to one goal, to be separated, again, the Bible talks about, right, how can two walk together unless they agree? Like, some things are better. You should keep that to yourself and let everybody say, I know, because again, y'all in a dogfight. And one thing about football, you got to be able to trust your teammate, right? Because here it is, Jackson Dart, you know what I'm saying, fourth quarter, they don't score a touchdown, but the team, if they score a touchdown, they'll win. Well, he want to go hype up the players. Nah, bro, miss me with that. I got it. That's not going to work, right? Because again, he don't want to hear you. You're going to throw him off his game. That's going to affect the team, right? So that's what I mean. And listen, what's so funny is the media was really trying to get this out of the line. Oh, they good. They good. No, they ain't. Right. No, they ain't good. Right. No, see, because y'all don't want this, right? Because again, y'all trying to cover the pretty white boy. But you know what I'm saying, this boy here a Muslim. So again, I just listen, the Giants better not have no losing season, because it's gonna be a long 17 games.
Yeah. They trying to nip this in the bud.
Oh man, so fast. Yeah. I was laughing like, I was like, are they good or are they not good? Oh,
they said they both saying they're good, but you know, that's probably
that's
just
the money talking.
Company policy.
Yeah, that's money.
Trying to be politically correct.
Yeah.
Brother Brenton, can you post that quote out, because I want Brother Black to kind of comment on this. This is what Abdul Carter would also say. He says, I stand on what I believe. He says, stand on what you believe, but it can't be a problem if I stand on what I believe in. As long as we have that understanding, it's all good. Basically, you know, what I take from that is, I think he's telling Jackson Dart, you know, that's your political stance, stand on it. But don't, all these other people that might be cheerleading for you, don't come at me for standing on what I believe. I like your thoughts on what Abdul Carter said right there, Brother Black.
Bo Dabo, Jack.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. In an ideal situation, we're not supposed to mix religion and politics with our job. We've been told that, you know, for in our generation anyway. The workplace has changed. We grew up in a time where there were topics that were taboo. You don't talk religion and politics. But once you enter that arena, you can't take the genie out the bottle. You can't put the genie back in the bottle.
Wow.
And I agree with Brother Brenton's point that, I'm going to go a step further, Brother Brenton. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if this season is successful or not. What Abdul said stands. Once you reveal that's who you are and that's your character, we can't take that back. And I agree with Lady D. I can't fuck with you now. Now, having said that, as a professional getting paid with what they get paid, you would hope that they're able to compartmentalize that and do the job. I had the luxury of working from home. I've said this before. The pandemic saved my professional career. If I had to work in an office environment, I don't think I would work. This current administration, and it just didn't start from this year, Trump himself has ushered in an era where he's emboldened people to come forward and reveal who they are. I love it personally. I would much rather be dealing with, I know who I'm dealing with. I also have the ability to compartmentalize. I can sit right next to you and work with you and not give a fuck about you, not even speak to you. And the moment my name is called on a business, yes, I think such and such, I agree. I'm okay with that. because I don't need validation or anything like that. We don't have to be friends. And so my thing is, I love what Abdul said. You can't have it both ways, because this administration is current. You can't popularize with that view, but tell me I can't stand on my own. It's the same thing with the LGBT community. You can't shove it down my throat because you want to be accepted in your beliefs, but I can't be accepted in mine. And so my thing is, he's saying exactly what you're saying, Lady D, that I get it. You've made it known that this is your stance. I'm telling you, I'm diametrically opposed to it, and we don't have to argue about it. My brother Kenny, you say something recently. I watched your thing on social media. You said you're not going to discuss the LeBron James, Michael Jordan, because there is nothing nobody can tell you to make that him your GOAT. I'm of this stance. I know what I believe in. I'm standing 10 toes down. I'm diametrically opposed to that person in office, and I'll say it. And you don't have to like it, but we're not going to argue over it. And so going into this season, you've now made it known that's where you stand. It is going to fracture the room.
And I agree with everything that's been said. And I think, there's been some more comments come out since then that both Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter said they good. But again, I think that's just for optics. I think, again, you can't put this back in the bottle, like you said, Brother Black. But I also think that I don't think this would be a story if it wasn't because of that clown that's the president. Yeah. I think if this would have been, we know people didn't like Barack. I get that. We know people didn't like Clinton. We know people didn't like the Bushes. Mm-hmm. But they didn't like their policies.
Yeah, if he was more middle of the
most people didn't have a problem with them as men,
individuals. Yeah,
most people don't think Donald Trump is worth an ish as a man, let alone as a president. So I think that's the thing that ignites a lot of polarizing opinions. So I'm with Abdul Carter. I'm like you. I'm kind of glad that people let me know where they stand, because now I know how to move forward with you. Yeah, we can be teammates. I can work with you. We all work with people we know where they stand politically and whatever they do. But we can still work with you. But once we get off the clock, we ain't effing with you. We ain't going to have a drink. We ain't doing that. So that's kind of how I see Abdul Carter and Jackson Dart. And by the way, Jackson Dart played at Ole Miss, just to let you know.
That is. Well, see, ain't nothing changed with them issies.
So, just to let you know that. So that's my thoughts on it. I think all you guys hit on some very valid points. And we're going to keep our eye on this, because the Giants got a new head coach and a new season. So we're going to see how this season plays out for those Giants.
And Miss Toria made a statement. I forgot John Harbaugh was. And John,
he's Maggot too. Yeah, from the Ravens. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, right? So again, that ain't nothing but the hood up there. Yeah. So again, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you talking about Lamar, Cornrows, Jackson, and you come over. I don't. Leah, the reason why I said losing is because winning does cure a lot of issues. You know what I'm saying? But when you're losing, listen, brother, stuff starts setting in, and it ain't gonna take but one time to point a finger. Because guess what the reporters gonna be doing every week, making sure say something out the way or take something out of context. It's a whole issue.
Oh, and don't let the Giants end up winning the Super Bowl,
boy. Yeah, Trump gonna show.
You talk about a story for the ages. We all know which player ain't going. I can tell you the one ain't. Shit, damn sure it ain't gonna be Abdul Carter.
I guarantee you, they ain't got to worry about that. They ain't got to worry about nothing about that.
No, they ain't got to worry about that. They ain't gonna sniff the Super Bowl, bro.
No. They gotta win their division.
Hey, like them Dallas Cowboys, they ain't gonna sniff that damn Super Bowl.
Hey, that's what you and Devin ain't got nothing to do.
Oh, we gotta catch it straight. I minded my
That's it. All right. Well, listen, y'all. I've kept quiet for a lot of weeks, and I think it's time for me to say something out loud today. So I got something for y'all, ladies, and I just want to make sure I'm clear. Men don't really mind y'all manipulating us with sex, but we definitely don't appreciate y'all trying to punish us. So I just want to make sure that it's okay to use your femininity and, the things that the good Lord gave y'all to try to get your way. But I don't listen now. If y'all find somebody that's like that, he a beta man. Because most men don't really appreciate trying to punish us with your Virginians. Fellas, am I okay?
You hit the bullseye with that one, brother.
Okay. No, I don't mind a little manipulation, please, by all means, honey. Yeah,
I don't either.
Yeah, but yeah, don't try to punish me, because I really don't understand what is the punishing me. If you gotta punish me with that, like, leave. Like, I don't like that.
I'm curious about, elaborate on punishment.
That was dramatic.
That was dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh,
you ain't
the lead part. She's saying it's dramatic.
Well, no. Well, I'm saying this when I'm definitely not talking about my situation. So, but what I mean by what did you just ask me, Lee?
Yeah, elaborate. I want to
punishment. Oh, yes.
Punishment.
Sure. So
I know what the punishment is.
When women try to withhold because they mad at you.
Okay.
Right? Or women use it in a way to try to win the argument. If there's an argument, all of a sudden, you can hang it up for the rest of the month. What are you talking about?
That's never happened to me.
Nobody asked you to say that. We know that ain't happen to you. I'm just saying in general, like, just for those, you're a different type of man. You're like, you have them pay you to. So again, that's not the same.
No,
thing.
they don't.
So again, I mean,
I'll pay.
sister, yes, you do. Okay, I got you. But sister, tell the truth. Do women not use their sexual their sexuality to try to punish men? Not all women, but there are situations where women do that.
Can I give you a little bit of a truth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't, I hate to say women think of sex differently than men, because sometimes we just want to have sex too. But believe it or not, sometimes if you pissed off at somebody or you don't like them at the moment, you don't want to just have sex with them. Like, because a lot of times if you pissed off at a person and you have sex with them, you're not even enjoying it. You're just getting through the moment. And I just don't see, and we only do it because you start pouting and shit and acting like you too and all that shit. So we just giving it to you out of like, here, take it, damn, goddamn, just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? We don't really even want to, because sometimes if you don't like a person, you don't want to be intimate with them. So it's not always like withholding to be because we're angry with you. It's just sometimes we have sex with you and we don't even want to. And if we don't like you at the moment, I shouldn't have to.
No, I don't disagree with that. No, okay. You did say something that I have to push back on. I don't know how, because y'all really do well about abstaining. I mean, listen, when it comes to a woman being single and a man being single, I mean, some of these women can go months and years. So I don't know if I agree with the whole y'all like having sex just as much as men. What's up, Jack? Good to see you. He said great.
What up, Jack? Man, stop it. Stop. don't you come in here with that.
Well, hold on. I know she ain't. I mean, don't never chime in. What you go? Wow, who did you like that? Nobody.
Why?
I'm talking about the people that I've seen these things. So again, I know better. Like, listen, I put you out my car. You know what I'm saying? I will pull over.
The matter is, sometimes it just ain't about you. It's not always about you. And of course I can't speak for all women, because there may be some women who would do that to quote unquote punish you. But guess what? That means she don't want to have sex with you anyway, because she also punishing herself. That means she ain't enjoying it and she ain't looking forward to it either. If she can go without giving you coochie for a month, she didn't even want to sleep with you. She doing it because she doing it out of obligation or a duty as a spouse.
My gosh, Sherry come in throwing slugs. Some men need to be punished. We ain't talking about your man.
I punish you by making a whole Sunday meal and then making enough for just myself and sitting in there and eating in front of your ass while you sit up and eat some meat and weenies or something. Petty. That's how I would punish you. I mean,
that's straight.
My God.
You think there's many ways you can punish people. I just don't think that's a good way to do it. Because
so you don't think withholding sex is a good way for women to punish men? You don't think?
Well, I just think it's not punishment. I think it's like she's lying. I think she's using that as an excuse because she
Oh.
don't want to do it anyway. And,
Okay.
and you ain't
Okay.
really even done nothing. You left your drawers on the floor, and she was like, "No sex for you for a week," because she didn't
Okay.
want to give you anyhow. She just making up
Okay.
excuses. If she truly wants
Got
to,
you.
and she's enjoying it and she's getting pleasure from it, she's not gonna withhold it because she mad at you. She lying is what I'm saying.
Ooh-wee.
Wow.
Ooh-wee. You just
Well,
opened that
you
can
you
up
opened
real
up a
good
whole
then.
different can now.
Okay. Well, shout out to everybody who feel like they're getting punished. She just don't like you. I mean,
Right.
Well, so let me chime in.
Yes.
You know,
you've been waiting.
well, no, and I wasn't being funny. I'm not just unfamiliar with this. I've knocked down a lot of bitches that I didn't like. It has nothing to do with anything for me, anyway. I'm just gonna give you my personal experience. You know, and so and I've also, I don't want angry sex. I don't, you know, I'm okay if you're not in them. That's fine for me because, you know, you ain't doing me no great favors, you know, in that sense or whatnot. That's fine. You know, I guess I've been lucky or fortunate in my life that, look, I don't want you on your cycle. If you're in a bad attitude, you're in a bad mood or whatever, get your shit together. You know, for me, the act of sex has always been very completely separate than anything else. I could be completely angry with you about some shit you've done, and then we hit that part of it, and let's do this. You know, if we both into it, but you're not gonna punish me in any kind of way and withhold from me in any kind of way. If you're gonna do it once, and that, because again, if you try to weaponize it, for me, that's not gonna work for me.
Yeah.
And I get
You
that
ain't
you're
wanna
not
do it.
always in the mood. Well, light bulb moment, ladies.
See, God on my side. See
We're
what I'm
not
saying?
always in the mood.
You froze on us,
You
bro.
froze on the brother.
Yeah. You go ahead. We hear you.
Across the floor, it is a myth. My thing is, there's many a moment where, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I don't really feel like doing this. I'd rather be watching the game. But okay, let me go ahead on and do it, you know? So it goes both ways for me. And I've always been of the mindset that what I bring to the table is just as bad. I detest the idea that you have something in your drawers that's way more valuable than what's in my drawers. I've always hated that concept. So my thing is, look, we blessing each other. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how I've always looked at it.
I completely agree, but I just think in relationships, every party makes sacrifices or bends a little to please the other person. And for
Yes.
the woman, if we don't have this high sex drive and we don't necessarily need it like that, sometimes you know what I'm saying? You, for your spouse, you do that to make this person happy.
Don't be angry about it. Don't be coming in no angry sex and shit. I guess I will. If you guess you will,
that's totally different. It's kind of like if a woman is lonely for the weekend, she ain't got nothing to do, and she need to go shop for a dress for some party, and she was like, "Will you go with me to shop for a dress?" And you know your ass don't want to go because you rather watch whatever show or sit on the couch. But you was like, "This is what my woman want me to do. I'm gonna do this for her just to make her happy. She don't ask for much." We do the same when it comes to intimacy, to the point where if we really don't feel like doing it and you done piss me off, it's like, okay, well.
Well, I will say this. I don't like it because we can tell when y'all when y'all don't want to, because it get real.
And I don't want it then. That's me. I will stop flat in the middle of it. Look.
No, I ain't turning.
Not
I
in
ain't
the middle.
turning it down.
Well, yeah.
You on your own with that one, brother. I ain't turning it down.
I will stop right. If you're not giving me nothing, reciprocating nothing back, one or two things are gonna happen. Let me go ahead on and get mine real quick and get on up out of here.
That's how wonderful women are, because I can promise you've had intimate moments with a woman that she really didn't have to be there or didn't care to be there, but we know how to make you feel special and make you feel like
I believe that. I believe that. And my question to you is, you don't think that we've done the same to some of you?
Hell no.
I want to say Nihar had an interesting Nihar's comment. I think is really
there you go,
sums it
Kenny.
up.
But
no, she said no. I mean, I thought it was interesting. She said, "Sis, no, as a woman, we sometimes got to get in a headspace. Sometimes, while men are more animalistic," and I agree with that. I think women do have to be in that mood, that in their head, to be feeling sexy. Men are just the wind just got to blow right for us.
Haven't been my experience. Maybe I'm meeting these animal bitches.
No, well,
that could be possible too.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, that could be it too.
He definitely go to the zoo. She also said we will hang from a chandelier to calm our men down. Can y'all say the same thing? I don't. That's what I'm saying. When y'all say that, I am. Devin said something that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like what? Because you say calm down. I don't see women's sex drive the same as ours. So again, I mean that's a different type of conversation because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when we talk about animalistics, when we're younger, yeah, I can see. Listen, it didn't matter. I could, I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I woke up ready. But now I need the intimacy. I need that same energy y'all say y'all need. Right, like I can't, like it ain't gonna work like that for me now. So maybe that's just changing. So again, I don't know. What's up, Lamar? Good to see you, man.
What's up, Lamar? What's up?
So I think we unearthed quite a bit of stuff in this that little quiet part.
You damn so did.
Well, thank y'all so much. So yeah, I don't really know. I'm interested in what you said, Nihar, because again, calming y'all down, that means y'all saying y'all will do what we want to help us get what we need. It's like I don't know y'all needing it like that, or if y'all do.
And some women do have really high sex drives.
You just got to know your woman, yeah.
But the problem is we don't have to do anything to prep to be intimate with you. Y'all do. You have to be into it. We don't. Well, in order for the act to happen. I don't agree with that. I don't want to get too technical. I
truly don't agree with that.
But I think the technicality.
Talking about being turned on. I'm not talking about.
I got you. I know where you're going with that. Yeah, I got you.
If you are truly turned off and not interested, it's not going to happen. Where a woman,
we can find some more to do.
We can do some things to get around that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, y'all can lubricate. We can't.
I wasn't interested. And I still found something for her to do.
Unless you're using Viagra, that's one thing. But I'm in my mind, that's what I'm taking from what you're saying. Like y'all can put stuff on, and then you just go on with it.
We know how to please you and make you happy without, you know what I'm saying? You not knowing that.
I don't want to get brutally. I still found something for her to do.
Yes,
we pretty sure you did, brother.
That wasn't bad at all.
Okay, well, that's a good quiet part out loud. That was good. I appreciate it. I don't know if Lee really satisfied by this conversation.
No, I'm not
I was just teasing with you, man.
His next marriage gonna be a doozy. Like I'm in a front row seat to his next marriage when they get out that honeymoon phase. Like I need to be like.
No, Lee Black need to go on Love Is Blind. That's the only way he'll get married again.
That's true.
He ain't doing that no more. All right, good conversation. Thank you for that. All right, sister. You don't tell us no more who business you're getting into, so we just all surprised.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
That's right, you do. Yeah.
But I was minding my business as usual. And it came across my timeline that Young Miami recently says that the most a man has spent on her in a single day was $2.3 million. And of course, she didn't say who the man was, but we all suspect this is Young Miami, aka Carisha Pleased, right? But what I want to ask y'all is, number one, what kind of date can you have, or a day? Let's just say it's a day date, where you can spend $2.3 million, and is her saying this out loud a bad example to our young women coming up? I'm gonna start with you, Brenton.
If you're talking about this girl, Young Miami, I think when I seen her on Shannon Sharp, I said that girl retarded. Something wrong with that girl. Like she's slow. So I believe she has a vivid imagination, and she ain't nobody spend no $2.4 million on her. Number one, again. How many kids she got? She got a lot of kids, don't she?
She got at least one. I don't know how many though. I know she got a son.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's something. It's like when I was listening to her talk, she was very unintelligent, and I was just like,
no, she's not very smart.
Yeah, so again, that's what I'm saying. At that point, yeah, you gonna have to show me receipts home, girl, because I know, no, not for again. There's a certain y'all remember when Lee Black told us he now understands the difference between Wagyu steak and a steak
Right.
from the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's different. So again, you're not gonna tell me, girl, that somebody spent $2.4 million on you because that ain't how you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2.4 million people spend $1 on you, but you ain't gonna tell me that you got someone to spend 2.4 million. That makes more sense to me than you talking about. No, you ain't her. That you ain't her. I just know.
But Ken, what does that date even look like?
Man, I'm not nowhere near that income bracket to even say what a goddamn date look like for 2.3 million. I really don't know. I couldn't fathom, even if I had it like that.
I'm telling you,
spending $2.3 million on a date, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. What it's saying to me is whoever this dude is he got it. They say, it ain't tricking if you got it. You know, that's what they saying. So if he got it, but I think whoever did it was a simp for doing it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you got it or not. You can still be a simp.
Wasn't she with Diddy, right? She was messing with Diddy, right?
Yeah.
He was with
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know he wasn't paying no change, girl. You was just there for something wrong. You slow, girl. You got hit you hit your head on that headboard too many times.
You so right. Black, is she saying this out loud, just really discouraging our like young women and making them think that actually matters?
I don't know, Lady D, if I would say it's discouraging that I'm not even shocked by it, though. It's sad more than anything else because it's so unrealistic. Now, I'm not in no position to say she's lying. I really ain't, You asked what that could look like. The Real Estate Insider, he laid it out. I guess Brother Kenny said, if it ain't tricking, if you got it, if you are the right person and for whatever reason, they're willing to spend a day jet setting from one country to the next and on the Concorde or a private jet and what it takes to gas it up and go to the Maldives and you do this and you do that, and then somewhere in that day you buy her, I don't know, a McLaren, a car, the kind of car that's 1.2 million. It's possible. It's hard to believe that somebody did it for her, but when I think about this, the reason why I can't say it's impossible, me being me, I sat here and just recently watched the Met Gala as an example, and I look at somebody like Jeff Bezos and his ugly ass wife. It always amazes me how these billionaires get these ugly dog-faced bitches, Melania Trump and all the rest of them, and they're willing to spend that kind of money. And I've said this before. Some women and culturally, they're able to marry well, date well. It blows my mind what men are willing to spend on. So if you're a billionaire, a multi-millionaire, and you're willing to give gifts, I'm just a regular dude, folks. I can get pussy for $20. So it would never make sense for me to spend that kind of money on somebody. And so, Lady D, it's more unrealistic. And what it does is those that follow her, it does set such an unrealistic expectation because they, unfortunately, all of the beautiful Black women in particular that you talk to and say, don't do this, but every one of those you're trying to reach, Lady D, there's 100 that's thinking what she's saying, what she's trying to say. I'm gonna get this guy to spend that on me, and they're going to the comments in. They're gonna spend their best years being somebody's hoe, this, that, and the other, selling their bodies. You set a standard so high that they'll never reach it, and you're creating a whole new generation. We talked about graduation. There's a whole new bumper crop out here right now at the end of May. Dumbass bitches who are gonna hear what she has to say and think some guy is going to spend that kind of money on now. And we're going to tell you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So if I can make you believe that I'm going to fly you from here to there and you drop let's do it.
Yeah. I just believe that any man that she would be with, I can't think of anybody she could be with, including Diddy, that should be spending $2.3 million on a date. That is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. He ain't got that kind of money to be spending no $2.3 million on a date. So first of all, I think she's lying. Maybe she's saying he spent that because maybe he had a condo that was worth $2.3 million that he bought that day. Or because if I think of like a Birkin, you know, even if you spend $100,000, like I just literally can't think of that. And also, if a man told me he was going to spend $2.3 million on me that day, what are you doing to me? You taking me to Epstein Island and you
Something.
you beat my head in. I'm being, you know, it's some of that old animalistic stuff. Like, what is happening to me where you feel like this is worth $2.3 million? Because I can't think of anyone, not even Elon, so anybody who would spend that kind of money on one date. Let's just be honest. Like, if you did that for multiple women, you would be broke. The only person dumb enough to do that is maybe Floyd Mayweather, because he don't know no better. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe her. I don't think, and she wasn't even his wife or girlfriend or anything like that. The only way he was spending $2.3 million on her is if there was 10 dudes waiting in the background that's paying him $30,000 a pop to sleep with her. I don't believe it. But yeah, I just want y'all's kind of take on that and kind of what you thought about that and what a $2.3 million date looked like. And I guess it is possible, but it's also just stupid, because if he had that kind of money, he would have been able to afford a better team that so his ass wouldn't be in prison. But now I go back to my
oops. I mean, again, you think about the girl on Atlanta, Portia, you know, she married an African. And he had, you know, I think he was a fraud too, but still.
He was a fraud, yeah.
What'd you say, Devin?
He was a scammer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so again, I get the nefarious behaviors out there, and again, whatever you may have thought he spent that, but she's dumb enough to believe somebody tell her that he probably scammed her too. So I don't know, but yeah. So sure. She said exactly, Lady D, situations. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So the truth ain't in her. Is that what y'all saying?
Said all that money for just one single piece of cat.
Spending that much money on her for one day. Like, come on. Like, that don't make any sense to me. And I'm not even trying to talk down on her, but that don't make any sense to me.
I'm sure she probably saw it all in 250 Trump bills.
Ain't nothing her throat or her booty or her coochie could do that's worth 2 points. I just don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Well, speaking of scamming, I mean, Chris Brown on that BS, right? Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. We talked about this last week, didn't we?
Well, yeah, but then I didn't. But I mean, for it, you talking about if you don't believe
honorary degrees is what
I mean. Right.
Oh, okay.
If you don't believe Young Miami, you sure ain't gonna believe Chris Brown got no education, right? It's like, God, man, listen, had you been inducted to the fine arts of dancing, maybe I give you that, but bruh, come on, boy. This is exactly what we was talking about last week. Like, and here he is getting an honorary degree. Lee Black.
You already know. I'm not mad with him. God bless him. I would accept it as well.
Yeah.
But it does such a disservice to people who work for it. And we don't have to debate about the value of education. You don't need education, but again, it just speaks volumes that a respected university, for whatever reason, decides, I like you enough, and I think you've done enough for the culture. I'm going to bestow upon you something that the hundreds of thousands of other people, somebody sitting in and writing a paper right now, trying to pass a final exam right now. Lady D know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And we have to earn it, but because you're famous, you're rich, and of course you can dance. And I love me some Chris Brown, but you're walking around now with an accomplishment that for a lot of people, sweat, blood, tears, and don't even get me started on student loan debt. It's a slap in the face.
Well, this is even worse, sister. He got it from a Christian school.
Oh, wow.
I'm saying,
oh, wow.
Out of all the schools listen, boy, I know Jesus saves, and I know he forgives. But my goodness, y'all want to give Chris Brown a degree at a Christian school? I mean, y'all make this make sense to me. Sister, I don't know.
I think the students should start punishing the universities that do this. I'm so serious. I think when universities just hand out random doctorates like this, because I think this week alone, I cranked out 3 7-page papers. It's not fun, right? And I still got 6 more classes to go. But so I think those students should, after their class, they should transfer, because you don't respect my hard work, you don't respect my education, you don't care about all the money that I'm going to be owing for years and years and years, or all the hard work my parents are putting in to pay for me to come to school like this. I think they should unenroll, like finish their class and transfer.
That is a good idea. You know, because again, you will be the butt of everybody. What school you went to? Oh, that's Chris Brown school, ain't it? I mean, good Lord. Yeah. That was a great point, sister. All right, Kenny, what you thinking about all this?
I'm with Brother Black. This is no diss at Chris Brown at all. I mean, we're not telling anyone that gets these. I think I'm not speaking for Lady D or Brother Black, but I don't think you guys are mad at the people that's getting these honorary doctorates. No. You're mad at the process of some of these schools doing this.
Universities. Yeah.
You're right. So I want to make that perfectly clear. I ain't hating on Chris Brown, but I just think it's ridiculous that these entertainers and some of these guys and women can get these honorary doctorates and hadn't put forth any work or any effort to even get that type of achievement. I mean, that's an achievement, man. I mean, that's big. I mean, you can put that on your resume. It speaks. You know what I mean? So I don't like it. And then he got it from a Christian university.
Yes,
and I'm not dissing again. I like Chris Brown. I think the young brother is one of the most talented R&B cats we've seen. But it's just ironic that a Harvest Christian University gave him an honorary doctorate. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna get some publicity out of this. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of, you know, he's gonna help the university out. I don't know. But anyway, that could be a part.
I think I'm a campaign to be the CEO of Buc-ee's. I just want to be the CEO.
I know that's right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know how popular Buc-ee's are.
I'm telling you that. Shout out to that chopped beef sandwich. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. It's Black Love Series time. And what is a best friend? You laughing? Do you got a best friend?
No, I just literally had a similar conversation with my husband. That's
all. Okay. Are y'all best friends?
Hell no. I mean, you know, finish.
No. I want to get into your husband. You digging everybody else's business. I want to dig in yours.
It's not really a bad thing, but you know how married couples and couples like to call each other's best friends and all of that stuff. And so I was like, that is such a lie, and I want us to quit doing that like right now, because I'm truly not your best friend. You wouldn't tell me the same things you would tell your best friend. Y'all ain't having the same conversation. You would never say those things to me. I mean, we good and we may be a little codependent, but best friend, no, because you're not gonna tell me the stuff that you tell your best friend. And that's why I was giggling, because he's one of those people that like to say best friend, but your spouse is not your best friend.
Okay, hold on, Brother Brendan. Now, did he say you were his?
Yes, he said, you know, he believes that your spouse should be your best friend. Now, mind you, he has best friends from when he was in the military at 19 and 20. Don't get me wrong. I told him, you cannot put me in a category with those people, because y'all are having conversations and doing things that you would never do with me. You would never say to me, because I could say the same thing about my girls. It's like the one that y'all will meet tomorrow, the stuff I say to her, I would never say to him, because he may get offended by it. She has conversations with me that she wouldn't have in front of her husband. It's just not going to happen. So yes, y'all are friends. You're definitely close friends, but not best friends.
My wife lied too much to me and take too much of my money to be my friend like that. No.
Mrs. Haynes, he didn't mean that.
Yes, I did. I mean, if one more Amazon package come in this house,
it'd be for you. It'd be for the house and stuff.
really.
Spoken as a true wife.
That's what I'm saying. I know all y'all in the same club. That's the same.
Right.
I don't care nothing about no vase. I don't care about no vase in the living room. Get out of here. So listen. I mean, okay, hold on. So best friend. So Lee, you got a best friend?
I do not.
Okay. Kenny, you got a best friend?
I don't think I could say I have a best friend. I got close associates. I don't
Okay.
think I have a best friend.
Good. Well, okay. So this is a great conversation to have because again, the reality is that a lot of people have a lot of different takes on what best friends are, what they're not. I know some people would, if you with a friend and you call that person a brother, I don't think that carries the same weight when you're talking about a brother and a best friend. We label things so much now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. But if you were to have a best friend, what would be an expectation of that person? Like, so for instance, I'll let y'all have time to think about this. I had a conversation with the person, my best friend, and we haven't seen each other. Like, we've been away from each other for a very long time, and so we met up, and he was telling me about one of the dudes that he worked with and how, they're partners, I guess. So they go out and do things together, and they've been doing things together for so long. He's like, yeah, man, if something ever happened, man, what I'm saying, I'll be there for you, your wife and your kids. And he was like, I was like, oh, that's your dude now? I said, they don't even know your wife gonna call me. So I'm like, for me, so we began to talk through the conversation about best friend. I said, well, number one, it has to have a certain level of longevity. Like, I've been knowing that dude since I'm 13. You know what I'm saying? And so again, we've grown together. We know things about each. There's things that we say that, like you said, don't nobody else know, right? So there's a certain recipe for me. Like, you can't be my best friend, and I've been knowing you for 2 years. I don't know nothing about you, right? No, I don't know nothing. So again, it's like there gotta be certain qualifications for you to consider somebody. Like your best friend don't cheat on you, or they don't throw you underneath the bus, right? They don't do none of that kind of stuff. What's up, Charles?
What up, Charles?
So for me, I guess, would you consider yourself best friend material? Sister?
I definitely consider myself best friend material, but and I used to have somebody in my life many moons ago that I put in that category, but I was betrayed.
Yeah.
And I kind of am fearful of that sometimes now, because I told secrets and let things be known and said things that like could have caused me like bad harm, because she betrayed me with like an ex, that because she was that stupid and so like such a bird brain. But so I would love to find that person again, that because I'm the type of person that people could call me their best friend regardless, because I'm not that person where I get angry and I tell your secrets. They will just die with me, because I feel like if you wanted everybody to know, that you would tell them. So I have a history of being that person that's easy for people to talk to, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard for me to say we best friends, because I have difficulty giving that same type of thing to people, because I've been betrayed too many times.
Yeah. In my book, you can't find that person anymore, because again, it's too late in the game, right? We on the wrong. There's too much about my life that you don't know, that I ain't finna tell you now. So, Lee Black, are you best friend material?
Absolutely. Like Lady D, I agree with everything she said. And I want to make a point of something you said earlier, Brother Brenton, when we were talking about the other topic, and you said we were talking about the quiet part out loud. You said that, when you were younger, you're ready to go, but as you've gotten older, now you need certain things. Well, guess what? We evolve and we change. I'm absolutely best friend material, but a friendship is a living entity. And to be somebody's best friend, you are right. It takes time, and it needs to be battle tested. There needs to be a certain level of loyalty. And so what's happened for me is, unlike you, Lady D, I wasn't betrayed, but the foundation was exposed as not being as solid as I thought it was. And in some cases, it wasn't that anybody did anything wrong. If you have a flower and you don't water it, it dies.
Yeah.
So a friendship, from my perspective, it still needs energy to thrive. And unfortunately, I lived in Atlanta for 11 years, and I found myself in a situation where just even in terms of locale, I still use that term best friend. But the reality is, when you start to drift away from each other in a way where you just don't see each other enough that you're no longer vested in it until there are cracks in the foundation that you don't even realize are there. And so just like my marriage, and I woke up one day and I had drifted far away from that island that was our center, I no longer have best friends because it drifted away far enough to where now when it came time for the rain came, it didn't withstand the storm.
Yeah.
And so while we didn't fall out and there was no great argument, I have to be brutally honest here and say, at this stage of my life, I don't have a best friend. One of the decisions that went into me moving to Dallas was the pandemic put me in a situation where I no longer was connected to people, even some people that I thought were best friends, and I lost that. Now, to your point, Brother Brent, I don't know if I could ever recapture that because at this stage, you're right. Do I trust enough to share with somebody at this stage that I would meet new? All of the things that make up who I am. At best, I can hope now is to have great associations around me of people that I will trust with the best parts of me. You guys are in that category.
Yeah. Right. 100%. Nah. Yeah. You said a lot there. I get to Kenny. Are you best friend material, brother?
I believe so. I think I want to push back on something you said earlier about the years. Like if you only known a person 2 years, how are you going to be best friends? But I think that you can meet a person that you've only met, that you've only known for a year or two, but you've known, and another person you've known for 20 plus years, and you have a better connection and a deeper connection with that person that you've only known for 2 years, and they get you more so than that person that you've known for over 20 years. Because I think blacks hit it best. Sometimes you can be friends with somebody, but y'all change over years, and then you're both growing. And it's not a bad thing, but you're both growing and you both change, and you may not have the same connection. We see it in relationships and we see it in friendships, and it happens. So I think I can say that there's been some people, associates I've met, that we had a bigger connection than some dudes that I've known for 20 plus years, because it's about the connection and the person that you meet. So again, what is the best friend? I don't like to throw them labels out there. I think we use those labels loosely a whole lot of times, and so that's why I'm not big on saying I got best friends or this and that. I just say that I got some people that I might have a connection with, but do I truly say that I really got a best friend? I would say probably not.
Thank you, Miss Tori. I appreciate that. I don't know.
Thank you,
Devin,
Lady T.
Devin are quick to throw you under the bus real fast. I don't know about all that.
But that's what best friends do. They can do that.
I'm supposed to lie to you now. I ain't supposed to.
That's right. That's right. And again, even to Charles' point about the things that he requires, again. So Kenny, what you were saying, that's for me. Like that's what.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So
and let me add one more thing. I think for me, I want you to be here on my lowest moments. I could care less if you're cheerleading for me when I got it going on. It's about that person that's there for me when you know,
Right.
Man, he going through some ish. Let me see how my boy doing. Let me make sure he good. Let me make sure I'm checking in. Those to me are the relationships that I consider like, yo, I put them in a totally different category.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. There's certain. It's almost like when you in a marriage, and again, I guess that's why, even to your point, Devin, why your husband sees it, because again, a lot of times people that you consider best friends, they've gone through life with you, like they've been there at those moments. Your grandmother passing away, or something happened at a very big event. So I can see why they would get that. But again, there's too many, like you said, there's too many things that. You get on my nerves. I mean, I can't tell you the person get on my nerves. So again, I get that. So in all reality, I think to consider somebody, for me, it's definitely based on who you are and who your character is. So if you're not something that you want from other people, man, you got to do better as a person.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And so at that moment, yes, I told y'all, and I'll tell y'all again, y'all the last people I'll value the relationships with, because it's just, I need longevity. And again, when we come together tomorrow, I mean, I don't even think we're gonna be like, oh my God, it's gonna be like normal.
Right.
That's what it's gonna be like.
Staring
So,
each other in the eyes in
Yeah.
person for the first time.
I may smell what you got on and be like, oh yeah. But other than that, you know, that's about it. But the relationship is established from
Right.
that interaction.
Right.
And so we value this. And so again, that's what you want to make sure somebody values you just as much as you value them. And so again, I think that's what makes us such an amazing chemistry, because we kind of share the same type of values and so things
Absolutely.
like that. So it's just great. So okay, yeah, that's the best friend. So again, if you ain't got one, I'm sorry, but if you need one, in my opinion, that may be too late. So
Good job, brother.
Oh yeah, well y'all, is she in the rain or did y'all fight? We talked about that earlier. All right, y'all. He normally have something good to say. I don't think he believe even what he finna say, but he wants y'all to put them bras back on. I don't know.
Look at Lady G's face.
That's it. He got that Young Miami on us right now, so I don't know. I don't know if we believe this one.
That's
Come on, son.
there. I don't know.
So let me start by first saying, ooh, look at them tickle bitties. You have to catch the joke in there. No, I'm not talking about literal breasts here per se, but I was having a conversation this week, actually it was last weekend for the long weekend, really heated conversation with me and my nephew and a couple of women, and it got really nice and heated, and they were sharing with us their views on dating, this, that, and the other. And it got me to thinking about where we are, how do we get to this place where we are now, where, we talk about it so much on this show and on my platform that, women, you guys are sitting at the top of the throne. And I wanted to bring this topic to the forefront because of even my clarifying last week's statement, because I didn't want nobody to think that I have anything against Black women. I say a lot of things about my sisters and whatnot. And that's only because this is the tribe that I belong to. This is the tribe that I hold most accountable. And believe it or not, this is the tribe I love. So when we see the topics that was organically introduced today, fights at kindergarten, Hooters, Young Miami talking about somebody spending 2.3. Folks, how did we get here? Let me transport you back in time a little bit. And I'm going to date myself a little bit here. How many of us remember, the 1968 movement where they burnt their bras in protest to the Miss America pageant? And if you don't know, that was the beginning of feminism. Some 58 years ago, women were encouraged to throw away objects that represented societal subjugation at that time, including things like high heels, their bras, their panties. And so it sparked this whole revolution of women saying, we're getting out of the kitchen and the bedroom, and we are ushering in to want to be treated better. Folks, that wasn't necessarily a bad thing, to be honest with you. And I love the fact that from that moment, it did usher in somewhat of a new era that started to begin, where we started to see women regain their independence, the right to vote. Boom, let's go on up through time. And so we got away from those traditional roles where women was subjugated to staying in the home, working in the home, and men was the breadwinners and things like that. Now, let's get to May 29, 2026, and where we are. And you've heard me say this many times before. Going back to the video that was shown on just this show, and Kenny said it earlier, what's sad to me is that I truly, I hate to say this, but I think some of the worst behaved people on the planet is Black women. And I promise you, this is not necessarily some great dig at them individually, but I am of that tribe. And so having this conversation, it got me to thinking how, when you look at where we are right now, how Black women are viewed both domestically and internationally, globally, why are Black women the least married, the highest divorced, the least chosen, even when it comes to social media sites. Is that an accident, folks? Not really. Because once we start looking into the reasons why behind those causes, and you start to talk to a lot of these women, and I'm going to be clear here, this is generational. So for the record, I'm talking about the late teens, the 20s and the 30s, you know, and so they have all these reasons as to why they can dress the way they want to dress, act the way they want, sleep who they want to have babies, all those things. And then you ask a simple question: do you think that you are in competition with those other women? And unequivocally, they will tell you no. I ain't no competition with them, you know? And so once again, the numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. In that age demographic, Black women are the least married, they're the highest divorce rate, the highest single parent households, and yet they complain about men who date outside of their race and culture. And if you comment on these things, then of course you're considered to be, you know, a hater, a misogynistic, you know, or fruity or feminine. Look at what just happened with the Black chick that claims she has a doctorate degree going off on social media, because to bring this to their attention and hold that mirror up to them, they just don't want to hear it. And so I look out in this landscape and I see that this new evolution of women, they've been conditioned by a new level of feminism to believe that they're entitled to do whatever they want to. And I'm not saying they don't. You absolutely have the right to dress how you want, fuck who you want, have sex with who you want, have babies by whoever you want. But you need to understand their consequences. One of my professors told me something in undergrad. He said, you can do anything you want to, just accept that there are always consequences. And so the consequence of the actions that we are seeing that's playing out on a domestic and a global scale is that this narcissistic vanity that a lot of these sisters have, unfortunately, have led to the expectations that maybe you're not prepared to deal with. So I've got something to share with you young ladies out there. Get ready for sharing men. My brother-in-law said a half a man is better than no man at all. That's what's going to happen, folks. Get ready for an increase in women's circles out there, because there's going to be a lot of you women commiserating with each other and wondering what the fuck happened. Why aren't we getting chosen? Get ready for an increase in open relationships. We see it playing out in front of our eyes because we're moving past situationships. We're redefining what a monogamous relationship looks like. And a lot of you women, get ready for a high purchase of pet food, because that dog or cat's going to be your mate. And you might be fucking it too. And a lot of you need to get ready for same-sex relationships, because a lot of men have woken up and they realize that, you know what? You can do whatever you want to, but there are consequences to your actions. So while I didn't start out by talking about titties, I'm going to end it by saying this. You need to put your bras back on, a lot of you, because some of y'all titties ain't worth having anyway. And so organically, this conversation that sister beneath me said about, contrary to popular belief, titties ain't where it's at all the time. Some of them is running underneath your arms anyway. Many of them are so heavy they wear your back down. And some of them, quite frankly, stink like the back of your neck or the back of your knees. And so the reality is, I'm imploring you, get your shit together and put your bra back on.
This is a test. This is only a test.
Wow, that was the best campaign speech I ever heard. Y'all, he's running for president in 2 years. So. Y'all ready? Man, I tell you what, I definitely don't want to go to Hooters that Lee Black is around, because that's a lot going on over there. All right, well, I'm glad we're at the end of the show, because I don't know what would have followed that. So I won't even attempt to try to segue. So Kenny, here you go.
Yeah, because I already know that it's some gumbo cooking
My God.
Right over there. Well, right up there now. And so I'm not gonna be before you very long, so I can go ahead and let her get in this kitchen because she about to cook like Glorilla. But let me say, I want to thank everybody for watching. Charles, Nihar, Lady T, CC, Real Estate Insider, Sherry. Thank you all. We appreciate the love. Make sure y'all come in and y'all show us
Even
love.
Jack
And my boy Jack that come in here trying to lay on some of he flirting. I'm just gonna go and say, yeah, he flirting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling him out. Yeah, that's what friends do. That's what friends are for. That's what Diane Warwick, wasn't that her song? That's what friends are for. Yeah, I call you out. He in there flirting. But again, just want to thank you guys for supporting us. My final thoughts is, man, listen, the political climate that we're in. Again, we were talking about sports earlier. I know that's my thing. I'll say this, man. I think I don't have a problem with Abdul Carter, what he said and what he did and what he's going to continue to do, because he stood on what he believed in. But I'm also going to say this too. I ain't got a problem with Jackson Dart standing on what he believes in and what he did too, because I believe that I really rather know where you are and who you with than you smiling in my face, calling me your boy, and you working with the op. That's just my thoughts on that. So I can respect both men's stance on their political views. So I want to throw that in there. So that's my final thought. So I'm gonna let Lady D get in this kitchen so she can go ahead and cook. Go ahead, Lady D.
Okay.
All
right.
There's so much that I can say. Like, I wish there was a way we could have a show, like literally talking about the breakdown of relationships in the Black community, because there are so many things I have to say. But I'll start off by saying, titties are similar to like dick and balls. Some of you walk around with your dick and balls looking like deflated condoms. Some of you ain't seen your dick and balls since 1988. You know what I'm saying? Some of you got to take a goddamn cocktail just for it to work, and somebody got to pray over it and do goddamn voodoo and shit for it to even rise up like a cobra. You know what I'm saying? That's quickly, Black women, I don't know anything about any other, I can't talk about any other culture because I'm a Black woman. I think like Black women, we have always been bred to don't blame Mr. Charlie, because Mr. Charlie is just a man, meaning we've been taught to just take whatever is given to us and accept whatever, because this is what you got to do if you want a man, if you want a husband, if you want a this and that. And I just feel like we've kind of overcome that, because times back then aren't times like they are now. Like, people are seeking partnerships and loyalty and equal treatment and things like that. And I think a lot of people are finally seeing that if that's not what I'm going to get, then I don't want to be in it. And then I personally know a lot of Black women who are seeking marriage, and they will have a man who will sit up and have all these kids with them and shit and be with many, many, many years and never marry them. And that's some of that is on us for tolerating that behavior. But there's so much more that I can say about that. But that's like when you need to put eyebrow on, you need to put them tighty white on. Taking it off from 8th grade, then maybe your goddamn dick won't be touching your knee, and not in a good way, because when they go back to looking like an itty belly button. So you know what I'm saying? So while you talking about our elongated titties, let's talk about you can walk around and play hacky sack with them sons of bitches because they just hanging so low and shit. They need to remove them. They need to have an automatic castration when they go down so many inches. Y'all have a good Friday. Bless y'all. I'm looking forward to meeting all of y'all. We should bring a poster board because we've never seen each other from the chest down, so that if we look familiar to us.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, bless y'all and protect your balls.
Oh my God. We will be taking a group picture because I'm putting the picture up in my house.
Oh, I love little sis so much.
She was gonna cook. I already do.
She was gonna cook. And for those of you expecting me, look, I'm bettering myself, and I'm going to exercise a superpower that all of us have, and that is the power of the pause. Because, as you know, I could cook, but we'll see each other tomorrow night. For those of you who don't know,
I hope we won't be talking about that.
No, I'm just simply saying that this is a moment where I'm going to practice the power of the pause. Usain Bolt, for many people who's considered one of the fastest humans ever, it takes him 0.8 seconds to run 10 meters. The honeybee can flap its wings 100 times, believe it or not, folks, and a half a second. And my big fat ass can spin around real fast, believe it or not, in 0.3 seconds. But do you know that a pause is a superpower? It allows us to be able to have what's called a conversation lubrication for the brain. I'm going to pause this conversation right here because there's so much more to say, but I am going to accept that sometimes you shoot the messenger. And the reality is, yes, folks, my balls sag. And my dick always get hard. But as I alluded to in the other session, I still can find something for you to do. And thank God and bless America that a lot of these bitches is nasty enough that they lick, suck, and swallow on it, whether they get hard or soft. Now, God bless America.
My God, yes. I mean, both of y'all just. I don't.
We might have to do an after dark TFG tonight. After midnight.
After dark.
Yeah, because good God Almighty.
Sorry, Mama. Sorry, Mama. My mama
so we can say what we want to say. Put it on the Twitter.
That's past my bedtime. I'll let y'all.
What you say, Brother Britt? That's past your bedtime.
Past my bedtime.
PFT family, come on through and holler at your boy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have a quick question for y'all. Do you guys dream? Like when you sleep, have you ever had a dream?
Oh, yes.
But it's hard to remember them.
I've been having vivid dreams. The last 2 months, I've been remembering them.
I had a bad dream last night. I didn't speak to my husband all day.
Oh.
Okay. So do you have some type of connotation? Like to the dreams mean something that y'all?
No, it's just I think sometimes it's just your own mind.
Okay.
I think there's. I mean, I definitely believe it that the spirits are talking to you. Brenton Pauls, my brother again.
She told me hit him with that. Yeah, I need to hit him. Well, he's already self-proclaimed his Saxon, so you just let the man go on. It's okay. All right, so yes, okay. So Lee, what do you think dreams mean? They mean anything?
I if ever I remember one, it has to be so special. I don't know, but I do think they probably mean something.
Okay. All right. Well, this year is the 250th year of this country. And so if dreams mean anything, I would think that this is probably pretty telling. So take a look at this.
Here we go. Oh, that's fast. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Wow. And Toria, it was his fault because he was in it. I got over it.
My God. Okay.
That's scary.
Yes, I at the end of the day, I don't know what dreams mean. I don't know when you have them and when you don't. But I will say, if dreams mean anything, well, just know this year for America, it ain't looking too hot.
You got that right.
So y'all better hope y'all wake up. And again, shout out to everybody who has saggy breasts and condom-like penises. So.
And their nuts are sagging too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had so many doggone. I can't.
Yes, I just no. You just leave them two to themselves, honey.
I know, right?
Just get a ball lift. Just get a ball lift.
That's it. All right. Yes. All right. So listen, y'all. Next week we'll share our thoughts about seeing each other for the first time, and so that'll be an exciting conversation to have. Yes. Yeah. And so that's the show. So that's Lee. That's Kenny. I mean, y'all just bye. All right. See y'all later.